Hello everyone, I'm Kris, but if you're watching this then you probably know me as Sygo, and I should have made a video a long time ago, back when I made the kill, but I didn't get around to it, and I'm sorry. But I'm making one now, and it won't be after kill, because I can't really do that, since they nerfed force armor, and yeah, I've tried, but my HP is only, as you can see here, 16k. So I pretty much get one shot by everything. Um, and the furthest I've gotten without being hit is the beginning of phase 2. So I should probably do like a billion tries if I wanted to actually beat him. But instead I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to show you how I farm unicorn level, which as far as I know has as good gear as Act 4 dropping. But before we get started on that, I would like to say thank you for all the positive comments that I've received, both in friend requests and the forum posts. I made one on Battle.net too, and Diablo fans. So thank you, and to all the ones who hated on me, thank you for bumping it a lot. So yeah, first off, my gear. It's changed a bit since I killed him. As you can see, I'm using a one hand now, and this is my old staff. And I use boy anglers. I love it. Even though they're only level 39, they're really good. If you can find one that works. As far as I know, there's still the bug where if it says increased attack speed instead of attack speed increased, it doesn't work when it's not on a weapon. And that sucks. So if you didn't know that, the more you know. And here's my offhand. And the rest of the gear is not really that important. I mean, it's just basically intelligence and crit chance plus crit damage, because that's pretty much what I focus on right now. I've gone away from attack speed to get more crit chance and crit damage, as I find well, it works better, since attack speed only increases like at the rate of how fast you attack, but it doesn't increase how much of an impact like spells like these have. And you can see how fast I can actually empty my arcane power anyway, so there's not really any point in getting all the attack speed. I mean, it takes like what, 1.5 seconds to empty it all. So yeah, and here's my stat screen. You can see I have 35.5% crit chance. So if I got arcane power on crit, I would basically almost be able to keep up my arcane power with just Hydra and arcane orbs, which would be pretty neat. But as far as I know, right now on auction house, there's not any cheap ones available, which are as good as my helmet or my Orphan, and I'm not super rich, so yeah. Anyways, let's get started. The first thing I do is I get 5 stacks, and I do that by going to the Cemetery of the Forsaken here, where it's pretty simple to find champion packs. Um, because there's pretty much always one in all of these crypts, if not more. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. There we go, 5 stacks. And before we go into unicorn level, I'm gonna show my build first. So I have matching missile with charge blast, obviously to just do some single target damage, since I have arcane orb for all the AoE and burst. And I rune it with obliteration just to do even more damage and higher crits. And then you have arcane hydra, which I use because it can crit, and it with temporal flux it slows. And then teleport with the fracture rune, so that you have 2 tanks. Like, you can take 2 more hits because they take 2 hits for you. And then I use blizzard, only for the slow. The damage is just really low. And that's why I rune it with snowbound so that it costs less arcane power. And finally, I have magic weapon, and that one is obvious. It grants what? Um, 16k damage, so that's a lot. And it also gives me a knockback on all my spells. And then Prodigy, obviously, to refill the arcane power faster, and Glass Cannon, just to do more damage. And I can't take any hit anyway, so it doesn't really matter that it lowers the armor and resistance. So let's just dive into it. And sometimes here in the beginning you have a lot of units, unicorns and flowers and stuff, just camping the portal, wanting to kill you. But you just have to kind of, go down, die, and respawn until you clear them out. It's kind of hard when you don't have any space to kite, but it's manageable.